before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity.
I feel like we're the hungriest team in the NBA.
You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished five, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Portis is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Justin Holiday. Then for the Warriors, Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Spates. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Rose gets to Gasol. And the Bulls with another miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Curry. No luck. Some solid defense from Butler. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
It's stolen by Dunleavy. The rebound by Ezeli. Warriors leading by 3. Up the floor. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Portis. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson against Rose. Outside Butler. Off the screen, and Thompson sends it back. And they're able to recover. The game now all time. Gasol's got his first basket of the night. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for this season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Dunleavy's got it all tied up now for Chicago. Curry kicks to Ezeli. Now here's Barnes. Defense right on him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Really on the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Andrew Bogut checked in for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
The Warriors trail. That'll go on McDermott. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for McDermott. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. Ejuan Moore is checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. The Warriors also with a sub. Clark's checked in. Noah the screen. Here's Mirotic. Off target from three-point range.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Curry with another miss. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut, and it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them.
Where's that guy?
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the
What the hell does choose?
clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
The drive by Green. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Back to Moore. No one near him. Draymond Green with the rebound.
Come on.
Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And out of bounds.
Oh, you know, I'm not even playing. Quitting. I want to use my own character. It's well good. I might have to go to PS4 at 9:15. That's my rule. All my mum's rules made me. That's what I want.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden State, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Hey, the way the Warriors were able to outperform the rest of the NBA last year, they put in huge numbers, win 67 games. How much extra...
Right, yeah,
Here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And it's the Warriors to start out. All fueled up. And ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big RC coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
Cleveland on defense. Here's Barnes. And James pulls it down. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. The one player on his mind in this matchup, Kevin Love. And it's not for his scoring ability, but for the harm he can do to a team on the backboards. You saw what he can do to teams if he goes unchecked, Coach said. We don't want to let him get up and get over 20 or 30 rebounds on us. And to do that, we got to check him out each time a shot goes up. Guys, easier said than done.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's Curry. They grabbed their own miss. And the basket by Bogut.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
James against Thompson. James dishes to Love. James outside. Back to Love. Just 5 on the clock.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Good on the second free throw. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Curry with it. He's picked up by Irving.
No.
There's the feed to Barnes. The 3. And the Warriors get it back. It's Curry with the drive. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
As Greg was talking about Clark, back to Love, it wasn't his choice to tap out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that.
Shut up.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. It's LeBron with the drive. Can't hit. Great D that time from Green. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And it's off from 3-point range. The Cavaliers on offense. Smith for 3. Green with the rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Now, here's Thompson. After the miss from Klay Thompson. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Curry against James. From deep. And the Warriors miss again. And here's Cleveland, trailing by 4. This is to Love. Nice D from Bogut.
Wow.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of.
So it's the Cavaliers now. The drive by James. To go on the assist by Smith. James has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Shut up, James is not going off.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Amon Shumpert's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Here is Livingston. Snatched away. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. Green with the block.
How did he miss that?
On the wing, it's Iguodala. Guarded by Fry. The blocking foul is called as the shot goes down.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets
No,
right
that's
now,
not
Kevin.
foul.
That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call them.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that.
They always
Yep,
score.
he was on the money, that's no doubt. The Warriors shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Well, he won't miss many of those,
Why did none of them?
especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
See?
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Shumpert. And he overshot that one, missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there.
Look, watch it. Look, if I switch teams, look, say if I switch teams, I do really good on the Warriors. Watch. Look, watch me. Watch me. If I switch teams,
For
I
the
do
D.
really
You
good.
couldn't have dreamed of a
Look.
much better start here
Look,
than
because
they've
they're
had today.
winning. Look.
I think the offensive
Let me
game plan
say-
they came in with was right on point. It's worked
I'm bad with
perfectly, and
everything. Look,
the
some-
lead they already
See,
have is
look, they'll get
proof
it
in the
now.
pudding.
They'll get it now. I don't like. Look, let me. That would have gone
And
in.
as we conclude,
Look, watch me use these, and I'm going to do this.
we caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates. Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans, the media, he and LeBron deal with, but also, in part, perhaps the most demanding.